played 47 games with 29 starts in both the infield and the outfield. Noted for his speed and athleticism, he has 13 career stolen bases. He will graduate with a degree in business management. Mark Barrett.
On 3.
For the soul, interesting. It's always easy. Yeah. I don't know. Shortstop's been a revolving door.
On 2.
Oh, pitcher. David Ford. Never seen him pitch. I've seen him pitch like once.
This next senior is also a 4-year member of the program, with 40 games and 31 starts in the middle infield positions. He was 2 for 5 with 3 runs against Suffolk in his junior year. He will graduate with a degree in business management. Junior Santos.
On 3. Two.
This next senior is a 2-year member of the program after transferring from Plymouth State. In his KSU career, he has appeared in 26 games with 12 starts and was a member of the LEC All-Academic team. He will graduate with a degree in sport management, walking out with his mom Christine, dad Oliver, and younger sister Julia Eli Oliver.
On 2.
This next senior is a 3-year member of the team and has been the Owls starter in left field the last 2 seasons. He has played in 67 games and has a career batting average of .243 with 19 RBI.
3.
This season he has 6 multi-hit games and has hit safely in 8 of his last 11 games headed into today. He will graduate with a degree in criminal justice, walking out with his father Frank and mother Lori Nate Hudson.
Two.
Do you think that's Tyler Keene?
Where?
Just spelled differently.
Tyler, yeah.
This next senior is in his 5th year with the program and is a 2-year captain. The Owls starting right fielder, he has appeared in 83 career games, batting .281 with 11 doubles, 2 home runs, and 46 RBI, including 20 RBI this season. He has worked back from a major injury to become a key contributor for the Owls this year and will graduate with a degree in safety studies, walking out with his father Tyler and mother Colleen Brendan Eaton.
On 2.
This next senior is a 4-year member of the team and has made 32 appearances on the mound with 8 starts, tossing 58 2/3 innings for the Owls. He earned his first career victory with 4 innings of relief work against Worcester State earlier this season.
That's good, thank
you. He will graduate with a degree in safety studies, walking out with his mother Megan, stepfather Richard, father Jason, stepmother Christina, and grandparents Barry and Nancy Patrick McKeegan.
On 2.
Our next senior is a 4-year member of the team and has made 16 starts and 6 relief appearances in an Owl uniform. Last season, he emerged as KSC's top conference starter and earned wins against Plymouth State and Albertus Magnus. He has 54 strikeouts in 69 2/3 innings and will receive a degree in criminal justice, walking out with his father Robert and mother Nancy Brendan Muse.
Spring 1-3-6, but it was like 8-0. And then the Blue Sox almost came back at the end. Yeah, they at least ended up being. I mean, in the 5th inning it was 8-0.
My favorite memory is
On 2.
I was at baseball. It's a Yankee game.
Mm-hmm.
And Brett Gardner had a walk-off home run.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that day because they had a runner on third every single time they played a game. Tyler
Our next senior is a 4-year member of the team, playing in 51 career games around the infield, driving in 16 runs. Last season, he received the Aaron Dallas Life Challenge Award, having overcome major obstacles to continue to play baseball. He will graduate with a degree in physical
On
education,
3.
walking out with his father Robert and mother Debbie Trent Mayer.
Something doesn't wrong.
On 2.
I will move into the halls.
Our next senior is a 4-year member of the team and a team captain this year. He has made 24 appearances on the mound, primarily in relief. He earned his first career win as a junior over Salem State and also earned a save this season against Worcester State. He will receive a degree in safety studies, walking out with his father Chris, mother Kendall, and sister Lakin Dean Ruzich.
6 home runs. Leads in homers. Yeah, Seymour. DH for them.
On 2.
Has he pitched home?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what he threw.
Yeah.
Not exactly, no, unfortunately.
This next senior is a 4-year member of the team, appearing in 27 games with 11 starts and having his first multi-hit game with a 2-for-4 showing, scoring 3 runs against Fitchburg State as a junior.
On 3.
Away from the field, he has been a longtime member of the Student Athlete Advisory Committee. He will graduate with a degree in criminal justice, walking out with his mother Tara, father Mather, older brother Matthew, younger brother Marquise, and younger sister Maya Malik Pearson.
On 2.
Our final senior is a 4-year member of the team and a captain this season. He has been a 3-year starter at first base and has a career batting average of 270 with 19
Ready, 3.
doubles and 45
On 3.
RBI. He also boasts
2,
a
I'll need you to
96
get
fielding percentage,
centered
which is on pace for the
the
12th
group of
best career
seniors at
mark
home
in
plate.
school history. He will graduate with a degree in business
And tighten
management,
the shot.
walking out with his father Joe, mother Sally, and grandmother Doris Filio, Josh Beon.
Looking good. Ready 2 on 2.
So good. Okay, that was a nice pitch. Nice one. Sean pitch.
Might start calling Chatfield Jonathan Chambers because he seems to be having
The Keene State baseball team would like to thank the teammates of this year's senior class for their contributions to the Senior Day gifts. Let's have one final round of applause for the 2023 Keene State College baseball senior class.
Yeah, it was in the upstairs. Between the layoff, upstairs, like PGA with so many. They'd always get him on the down and in pitch, like off speed, go after the sinker.
Okay, after this photo, we'll go to a commercial break before coming back for the official broadcast intro.
That was his yeah, never. But then when he got old, his fielding started to decline, so it's like, why do you have him on? But yeah, he was on because of his defense. I mean, that's why he was in the lineup every day. But
Did anyone go up like?
Okay, stand by for break.
He's won a few probably.
And we are...
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
So when I ask students, why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Our campus can get pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round. There's tour guides and student workers like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
college sports fans. Get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Owl Athletic Complex here on this beautiful senior day for Keene State College baseball as the Keene State Owls will take on the Southern Maine Huskies. Hello everyone, welcome in to Keene State College baseball. I'm Ryan Goodwin, joined alongside by Anthony Lupo. It's been a very tough stretch here. The last 9 games for the Owls, they're losers of 9 straight. They've fallen out of 3-10 in the LEC, but looking to get right back on track this afternoon with a big win and hopefully to keep their playoff hopes alive this season in the LEC, as they have 2 pivotal games here on this senior day against Southern Maine. But it'll be a tough test as they'll have to go up against Southern Maine's top hitter, Jason Kumalainen, the catcher, who's batting .329 with a home run and 6 doubles as well. So Kyle Doohan leads the team in RBI with 23, and overall, it should be a tough test this afternoon for the Owls, as it'll be David Floyd who gets to start for them this afternoon. But Keene State honoring a number of their seniors, about 11 of them on the field before the game, and we should look forward to seeing what they can do today against this tough Southern Maine squad, who comes in at 12-17 but has played very well in the conference. So we'll be back here in just a moment with the pitching matchups, as thank you for joining us here on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, on the mound today for Keene will be David Floyd. As we mentioned in the pregame, he's freshman from North Attleboro, Massachusetts.
David Floyd coming into this game, 3.38 ERA in his 5 appearances, started 3 games, 1-0 in those games. Previous game was against UMass Boston, which was just a heartbreak loss that the team just kind of blew it late in the innings. But it wasn't on the back of David Floyd. He did pitch well, didn't allow too many runs. He has 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, 5 earned runs, only allowing 11 hits.
Yeah, starting pitching was good for him in that game, and as mentioned, it was just kind of the bullpen when the wheels fell off there in the end. They lost that one 7-5. One of those losses in this 9-game losing streak for Keene, which they will look to snap today. And again, it won't be an easy task. I mean, they got pummeled on Tuesday afternoon against Castleton in an 18-2 mercy rule loss in 7 innings. So they need to get back on track and fast if they want a chance to make the LEC playoffs.
Barnes is definitely, I think, is the key to that today. Barnes, on-base machine. When he's on base, he's lethal. Just trying to get their momentum going. But also, I do have a class with Barnes, and he did say while he was walking out of the classroom to me, these games are seemingly must win. Obviously, next game they're going against East Con, which is I believe their toughest opponent. They have elite pitching across the board along with great hitting. That's for next game, though. We're on for this game. Leading off, Tom Visosky.
Yeah, Visosky stands in. He's been one of those hitters who had a pretty good year for Southern Maine as they come in their road grays.
He's batting .290 on the season and his 100 at-bats, 29 hits, 17 RBIs.
Check swings there. That's foul at the first pitch, and we are underway. A little after noon here, 12:03 first pitch.
Good weather for baseball, I know that.
Yeah, it's been gorgeous day today. Supposed to get into the mid-60s. Perfect baseball weather.
This game is very much highly anticipated for me. Just see how the Owls can gain the momentum that they lost.
And that one's blooped over into right field, but foul, just over the head of Be On It first. So it is 0-2 with a couple foul balls.
Quick 0-2 count. I think he was taking notes from other pitcher on their team named Jack Lang, who has these quick pitches to kind of phase hitters, maybe catch him unset.
Yeah, get him off balance early, definitely in the count.
David Floyd trying to show off his off-speed pitches. Does have a nice moving fastball. Just bounces around the plate, but the basic off-speed can easily work for him.
So the 0-2, and it hits him. So Vasovsky, after being down 0-2, is on to lead off the game with a hit by pitch. And that'll get it to number 2 man.
Cam Seymour.
Yeah, he leads the team in home runs with 6. So he's got a lot of power in that bat.
Batting .269 so far this season. Threat at the plate.
Dewin is on deck. Vasovsky leading a bit off first. The first pitch fouled away from Floyd. Once again, it's 0-1, but you had the leadoff man down 0-2, and then you plugged him on the 0-2 pitch. So certainly not the way that Floyd wanted to start this one, not the way Keene State looking to start this one either. But checks back to first, but back in safely is Southern Maine's right fielder. They're led by longtime head coach Ed Flaherty. Keene State, of course, second-year head coach Justin Blood, as that one will miss for ball 1.
Try to go off speed to find that outside corner. It was too much outside. If Floyd's going to really make sure control this game, got to keep the pitch count low, obviously is.
Yeah, checks back to first again. Back in is Vasovsky. Trying to keep him close there first, knowing that Southern Maine will maybe try to put a hit and run on, maybe try to get him over with a steal. That one will miss for ball 2 on Seymour.
A bit of control issues. Start off this game trying to find the play. Obviously plunked Vasovsky over at first.
Here's the 2-1 from Floyd. That's popped up. Under it is the shortstop. That's Follett for out number 1. So Otis Follett getting the start today at short. Seen kind of a platoon this year between freshman Evan McHugh and senior Junior Santos. Now Follett gets the start today. We've mentioned it's been kind of a revolving door position this year, but here's Kyle Dewin.
It's a pretty good revolving door to have. All 3 of those players very good on the defensive side. Just they have yet to find their stick so far this season. Trying to implement different lineups to catch.
On the move, and that's grounded to second. Barnes only plays the first. He fires in time for out number 2. So Vasovsky will advance to second, but they're now 2 away. As they tried to put on the hit and run, but got a ground out.
Yeah, just rolled over on that one. Grounds right over to second. Didn't get much on it. Just try to make as much contact as possible with the hit and run, like you said.
So here's Ario Pike, the first baseman for Southern Maine. Kumulainen is on deck if it gets to him, the catcher, as that one will miss for ball 1.
Speaking of one of the revolving doors, the catching position has been a revolving door between Callie and Conley. Both of them are relief pitchers. Both can play catcher. Conley seemingly one of the better defenders on this team. Good defender behind the plate.
Vasovsky at second. That's in the air to center. Ayler's coming in. He will have it to end the inning. So nice job working around the leadoff man there for David Floyd, as we'll head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
All right, so Aftim.
After him on the mound today, 2.81 ERA in his 8 appearances, 48 innings pitched, 15 earned runs, and 52 hits, 44 strikeouts.
Yeah, he should be a tough guy as he poses that strikeout potential on the mound, but he will be greeted by the Keene State lineup today. It'll be led off by Tommy Ehlers in center, Hamilton Barnes out of the 2 hole at second, Jonathan Chatfield in his usual 3 spot at third. Beon is the first baseman in fourth. Eaton in right field, fifth. Verano DHing today, he's sixth. Otis Follett at shortstop, batting seventh. Nate Hudson in the 8 hole at left. And Liam Conley catching in the 9 spot. That rounds out Keene's batting order this afternoon.
After having a win-loss, 3-3, has been a pretty good pitcher so far this season. In those losses, it hasn't fully, in my eyes, been on him. He has had not the best of defense around him. A lot of errors for this Southern Maine team, but can't really put that on him.
Yeah, they do come in, as we said in the pregame, at 12-17. Southern Maine does, but hasn't exactly been terrible either in the LEC. As they are 7-4 in the conference, so one of the top teams entering play today in the LEC. And here's Tommy Ehlers to lead off.
Tommy Ehlers, in my eyes, one of the better leadoff hitters you want on your team.
Looks at ball one. We're underway here in the bottom of the first.
Just a player that gets on base, and he has speed on the base pads. High average, best average on the team, batting .308 so far this season.
And he grounds one to short. Luxa has it, fires on in time, and that is one away very quickly on 2 pitches. Now it'll be to Hamilton Barnes here out of the 2 hole.
As I was just talking about it.
Yeah.
Of course. Tommy Ehlers, on-base machine, speed machine. Yep. Honestly, if I'm him, lay down a bunt.
Yeah,
get on base.
Went fishing early in that count, as he said. Try to get on here early. Barnes goes after the first pitch, comes up empty.
Big swing. Not only what you'd see from Barnes, he's trying to hit the wall.
A 1 from Afton will miss for ball 1.
Hamilton Barnes batting .292 this season. 11 RBIs, but it's 10 stolen bases.
It goes after that one and falls behind 1 and 2. And Owls have already done better than they started on Tuesday. They allowed 5 in that first inning to Castleton, and it was on from there. The 1-2, that's in the air to left. Bellinger's under it. He will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down very quickly for Afton.
Here comes Jonathan Chatfield. He has been amazing so far this season. Leads the team in RBIs, leads the team in home runs, second in average on the team, batting .301 in his 113 at-bats, 34 hits.
Has been a little chilly as of late with the bat. He'll look to heat up again here this afternoon. That one's in for strike 1. Owls trying to avoid going down 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first. A 1 from Afton. That'll miss high for ball 1.
Open stance here from Chatfield. Just trying to get as much of that bat on the ball as possible. Trying to get on base, see if...
And he goes swinging there. Big swing as usual, but he comes up empty.
See if he can get it done. Also has speed on the base pad. 7 for 7 in steal attempts. So even if he gets on base, he's a threat.
That one runs in, and he just got out of the way for ball 2. Keene State trying to snap a 9-game losing streak entering this afternoon. The 2-2, and that's lined into center, but it's right at Poole who will make the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 first for Keene State. So we'll head to the top of the second. Southern Maine coming back up. Nothing on the Owls Media Network.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity
personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Back here for the top of the second on the Owls Media Network, as David Floyd had a good first inning, worked around a leadoff hit by pitch. I was going to say walk, and then I'm like, nope, that was a hit by pitch.
See if he can get the first batter out. That's something that he has struggled with this season, just getting the first batter out, but yet he has a lot of trust in his defense to use that to their advantage, try and turn a double play, as they've been so good at doing this season.
Kumalainen, the catcher, fouls one off for strike one. As we said a little bit in the pregame, Jason Kumalainen leads the Huskies in average right now. He's at 329 entering play today.
18 RBIs, 25 hits, 4 hit by pitches. Not afraid to lean into one.
The 0-1 from Floyd is well high for ball one. It's pretty, not the rarest thing. I mean, we see it, I think, more nowadays, but to have your catcher be one of your best hitters, we see that prominently on the Orioles, I think, with Adley Rutschman. Here's that one will miss inside for ball two.
Was a catcher for a while in my youth.
Tough position, yeah. Very
tough position to play, but I always love to see the catcher being one of the better hitters, one of the better players, one of the better defenders on the roster. Love to see it.
That's low and away for ball three, so the count in Kumalainen's favor. Up 3-1. Let's see if he gets something here from Floyd. And he does, but he pops it out of play, foul for strike two.
Quick count here. David Floyd, mix of off-speed and fastball. Try and mix it up, catch the batters off guard.
It'll be a 3-2 here from Floyd. Here it is. And that's lined. That'll likely get down in the gap. It will. Ehlers will play it on a hop, and now it gets away. Kumalainen is in with a leadoff double for University of Southern Maine here in the top of the second. So once again, leadoff base runner allowed here for David Floyd.
Tough break there for Floyd. That one just found the gap, just outside of the stretch for both Ehlers and Eaton in the outfield.
So it'll be Wilson up, the second baseman. Jonathan Wilson for the Huskies. With an RBI spot here in the top of the second. David Floyd just trying to keep Maine off the board as that one runs way in and misses for ball one.
Wilson batting .237 on the season, 15 RBIs in his 97 at-bats. Very good at driving in the run here, just trying to get some contact, find the hole in the infield, bring that runner in from second.
A 1-0. And he check swings. It's going to be fielded by Beon. He'll just flip to first to Floyd for out number one, but down to third goes Kumalainen. So good piece of hitting there overall from Wilson. He's able to move the runner over with one out.
A check swing, it just happened to graze the tip of the bat, find its way just inside of the foul line. Tough break there, but yet again, he got the runner to third, like you said.
So here's Cyril Belanger, the left fielder for Southern Maine today. Comes in a big RBI spot early. First pitch, fouled back for strike one.
Belanger with an opportunity. Just get the ball in the air, try and drive home the runner from third. Get in the outfield as much as you can. Don't try and do too much.
Can make an out right here and put the Huskies in front. Southern Maine, of course, has long been a pretty good baseball school, baseball program. That one misses in the dirt for ball one. Nice stop there by Conley as they're led by longtime head coach Ed Flaherty, the dad of Ryan Flaherty of the MLB, played a number of seasons with Baltimore and Atlanta, I believe, as well as San Diego at the end of his career.
What a cool thing to have that baseball experience in your family. Can help a team a lot.
That one's on the ground to Follett. He fires to first, not in time, and that will score the runner from third. So Southern Maine takes a 1-0 lead here early in the second inning on an RBI infield hit.
Nothing much, but it did it did what it was supposed to. It took a bad hop immediately off the swing, but just found its way over to the second baseman to try and make a play. Just not in time. Did drive in the run.
Yeah, that'll go as a infield single for Cyril Belanger. Now here's Poole, the center fielder. Check back to first, but he's back in safely. Beyond maybe trying to hold on to the ball, trying to fool him a little bit there.
Poole batting .266 in the season, 10 RBIs. Trying to move that runner into scoring position.
So this will be the first pitch to Poole as he hits it in the air to right, but Eaton is under it. And he will make the catch for the second out of the inning. Back to first goes Cyril Belanger, and there's 2 away. As it'll be
the shortstop, number 9,
Yannick Luxa, the shortstop, standing in now.
Luxa batting .256 on the season, 14 RBIs.
Yeah, and already to the number 9 man in the order. So if he gets on, Vasovsky would get another bat as back to first. Once again, is Cyril Belanger. He's dives back in. Vasovsky reached back in the first on a hit by pitch. He's on deck. First pitch is in for strike 1 on Luxa.
Floyd, many mixing of pitches, like I previously stated, just trying to catch a batter off balance, try and see if he can get out of this inning. Obviously allowed a run off from the double by
keeping him close at first there as Floyd looks back. The runner. Already 1-0 Southern Maine here in the top of the second. Owls just trying to keep it that way here in game 1 of this doubleheader. It's originally supposed to be played Saturday, got moved this afternoon, and it was certainly a good decision as we have gorgeous weather here right now. Floyd gets ready for the 0-1 to Yannick Luxa. Here it is, and that's high for ball 1. Just trying to limit the damage here early on. They have a lot of run on the infield hit.
Floyd showing a lot of confidence in his fastball. Right now just trying to force a swing and miss.
Runner goes, that's on the ground to second. He'll tap the bag, does Hamilton Barnes for the out, and that will end the inning. But Southern Maine gets a run. We'll head to the bottom of the second, 1-0 on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back here in the bottom half of the second, Keene State trailing 1-0 here against Southern Maine, and Bryce Afton back out for his second inning of work. Be greeted by Beon, Eaton, and Verano, 4, 5, and 6. Due up for Keene this inning, trying to mount some offense as David Floyd allowed a run to come across in the top half of the second, but they were able to keep it at that. We'll see if Keene can just get the bats rolling again. They really struggled on Tuesday, obviously getting beat by 16 runs, but just struggled to mount any kind of offense against Castleton.
That has been the story of the second half of the season for this Owls team. It's just been tough since that one Castleton loss that the Owls really wanted to get. Obviously led to now 9 straight losses. And
yeah, I mean, sometimes that's the way baseball can work. You have string a couple bad games together and things can sometimes go south fast, as that one is in for strike 1 from Afton.
Especially in baseball, momentum is huge. It is everything when it comes to the sport. And having not much momentum, just trying to gain it, is so tough late in the season.
That one will miss for ball one. As you said, Anthony, I mean, momentum is big, and I mean, the same thing can happen the other way with a winning streak. Sometimes when you're just playing so well, you can really get things going, and everything just seems to come easier. I mean, especially, you know, the same can be said of a long hit streak when you're just seeing the ball well, or a long slump. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away by Beyond to stay alive. He'll at least see another pitch. One of the seniors on this team is Josh Beyond.
You see it all the time in baseball. When you're on, the baseball looks like a beach ball. It's so easy to hit when you just have the feeling. You have the right swing.
As Beyond takes ball two, it just misses. But yeah, as you said, I mean, when you're seeing the ball well, it doesn't matter what pitcher's pitching. If you see the pitcher well or not, that ball does just appear bigger. The 2-2 is in the air to left. Cyril Belanger is over on the run. He makes the catch. Nice play.
Full sprint to get that one.
By Cyril Belanger for Southern Maine over in left field. Good play, and that is out number one.
What a play. So much hustle from this Southern Maine team. Just puts it all on the line to try and get the victory today. Love to see it.
Here's Brendan Eaton now as another one of the official seniors on this team. He's technically in his fifth season. Took the fifth-year option with COVID, as first pitch to him is in there for strike one. And, of course, this year has been a good season for him, especially after last season ended with an injury.
Ian
Playing
batting
good baseball this year.
Ian batting .282 on the season with 20 RBIs.
Yeah, he's got 20 RBIs this season. That's almost half of his career total, as he's trying to battle back from an 0-2. And he looks at ball one.
What a fastball from Afton. Showing the velocity on it early, just trying to get it working. It's so tough to hit with a pitcher who has a good fastball. Just seems unhittable.
1-2 is going to be fisted, a little pop-up. Doohan under it at third. He'll make the catch for the second out. And there's 2 up, 2 down once again very quickly for Keene State for the DH Verano, who's really taken the DH role and ran with it the last few weeks, as the Owls kind of played with a few guys there at DH early on in the season, but Verano, the freshman, has earned that spot. And he's on the ground to third. Doohan has it, fires on, and that is the inning.
Just rolled over it. He had a good spot there, found it over the plate, just hit it right to third.
Owls go quickly again on the Owls Media Network here.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, David Floyd out for his third inning of work this afternoon. He's allowed a run through 2 innings, just coming on an RBI infield single there last inning in the second, but he'll be greeted by 1, 2, and 3 for Southern Maine, his second time here through the order. Vasosky, Seymour, and Doohan, who were all 0 for 1 in that first inning. Although, Vasosky got on with a hit by pitch, so he does not have a recorded at bat.
Working well with his mix of pitches, not getting too many runners on. He got 2 runners on last inning clearly, but one was just from a kind of a swinging bunt is what I would call it. He half swing, went to go check swing, just happened to get the tip of the bat, and it just happened to stay inside the foul line. But the double we saw earlier, it was just out the reach of 2 of the outfielders. It's just an unlucky streak here for Floyd. He's just trying to bounce back this inning.
Yeah, Kumalainen had the leadoff double that got things started. He came around to score. And that one's lined into center field, a base hit. So first pitch swinging goes Vasosky. He has a leadoff single here. Once again, Leadoff man is aboard for Southern Maine.
Here comes Seymour, previously stated 6 home runs in his at-bats, batting .269 on the season. Definitely just a pure power hitter. Just tries to find one over the plate, drives the not the opposite way, very much a pull hitter.
Owls will likely line up here, double play death. Chatfield in a little bit at third. That one bounced in the dirt. Nice stop, though, by Conley. He's another guy, much like Verano, who's not officially the starting catcher now, but he's kind of taken that role, and he's gotten some more starts here lately at the position. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, so that's been a large part of it. Also plays good defense.
In my eyes, he's the best choice when you come to the catcher position. As much as Callie is a really good defensive catcher, Conley is equally as good as defensively and a better hitter, too.
Yeah, the 1-0 will miss. Way up and away for ball 2.
And his sidearm release from the bullpen is always nice to have.
Yeah. Not something you see fairly often at this level. Guy who has kind of that more funky delivery, but
you can develop that kind of chemistry, though, because a pitcher and catcher's chemistry is huge on any type of pro level and college level.
Seymour fouls that one back. He took a big swing for strike 1. Every time he's up there, he is swinging for extra bases or the fences. Either one of them. Does not get cheated.
Love players like that who are just trying to drive it as much as they can, which is opposite of a lot of other players in this lineup who are just contact hitters.
Another good stop by Conley, but it will go to 3-1. So Floyd falling behind to a good hitter here.
Don't want to get him on base. Another runner on base. Get that runner in scoring position is not something you want to do if you're Floyd right now. Trying to force a swing and miss or maybe ground ball into a double play.
3-1, that's on the ground to second. Barnes' only play, though, will be to first as it was hit softly, and there's one away. So that effectively works as a sacrifice as down to second goes Vasosky with one out.
I thought I almost called that.
Yeah.
At the second I finished saying double playing, he had a ground ball, but it was just too slow of a grounder over to second. Barnes able to get a hold of it to deliver over to first. But
so Kyle Dewin stands in. He's 0 for 1. But yeah, as you said, you almost kind of spoke it into existence, Anthony. We talked about it last time. We were both on the air as that one will miss high for ball 1.
Guess I'm good at that.
Yeah. Just hit it a little too soft to have a chance at 2, but
it was perfect for the Southern Maine team. Didn't really risk much. Like you said, having a runner now in scoring position. As you see, Floyd having a little bit of control issues, not really being able to find it over the plate, not forcing any swings and misses, but
yeah, he's fallen behind Dewin here 2-0. He fell behind Seymour before he grounded out to first or to second. Fell behind 3-1. Here's the 2-0. That will get the corner for strike 1.
Good framework from Conley behind the plate. I would have just really put it in that bottom right corner.
Sometimes that's all you're asking for is just behind the plate, too, being able to frame pitches pretty good. The 2-1 from David Floyd. And that one will be outside. So the count once again runs to 3-1 on a Husky hitter here.
Conley has to flatten out his glove when the ball comes in. He's going kind of a vertical, doesn't frame it well.
3-1, and that's lined in the air to left. That'll get down. That'll be extra bases. In to score is Vasosky, and into second with an RBI double is Kyle Dewin to make it 2-0 Southern Maine here in the third.
Able to really get a drive on that one. Hit it over and left. Tough break there for Floyd, but try to sneak in an off-speed pitch over the outer edge of the plate. Just able to go with it.
So the first baseman, Arlo Pike, stands in for his second at-bat. He's also 0 for 1. Had an RBI chance in the first, but could not bring in the runner. Another RBI spot here in the third for him. He looks at ball 1. So, as you've said, Anthony, Floyd falling behind some hitters here, and that has certainly hurt him. It's got Southern Maine in good counts to drive the ball.
When you fall behind in the count, you feel it's a bit of a lack of confidence. Like you feel like you're now forced to get one over the plate, try and force a strike, and that's when hitters take advantage of it. drive, as we saw, drive that one over to left. We saw previously in other 3-0 counts, double that led to the first run in the other inning.
1-0 is popped up. Chatfield battling the sun a bit. It looks like he's got it, though, and he'll make the catch for the second out. So much needed soft contact pop out there for David Floyd. There's 2 away now with a runner at second.
Kumalana really is now up to the dish. Really set off that bit of momentum for the Southern Maine team with his previous at-bat.
Kumalainen had that leadoff double last inning in the second. Came around to score the first Southern Maine run. He looks at strike one. So Floyd finally getting ahead of a hitter here this inning. Don't believe he has until now. The 0-1. And that's ripped in the air to center, but right at Ehlers. Makes the catch, and that will end the inning, but the Huskies grab another run to extend the lead to 2. We'll head to the bottom of the third here on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Responsibility is being accountable for your words and actions, first and foremost. It also is an obligation to be a positive influence in the communities around you. Being in a D3 program, you're going to have lots of different opportunities. You're not just an athlete, you're also involved in student life. Your academics are extremely important. We give a lot of our student athletes responsibilities right from the start by giving them leadership opportunities, by having them engage in the community, be a positive influence. That's being a responsible person.
Back here in the bottom of the third, Keene State trying to get something going as they now trail by 2-0 here to the Huskies of Southern Maine. It'll be Otis Follett, Nate Hudson, and Liam Conley due up 7, 8, 9. Been no hit through 2, as you mentioned, Anthony, in the little break there. Trying to get to Bryce Afton, who's only thrown 22 pitches through 2 innings, so he's been sharp, very economical as well with his pitches.
In my lifetime, whenever I mention a pitcher hasn't allowed a hit, it seems like they immediately allow a hit.
Yeah.
It happens, and whenever I'm watching, when I used to play baseball, it always happened. I'd be like, oh, my pitcher, he's 7 innings, no hits. First pitch, drove into center field for a base hit.
Yeah.
It happens every time, but
Otis Follett stands in, getting a start at short this afternoon, and he rips one to center field. How about that? Leadoff single is... Man, you seem to have a gift, I don't know, with speaking things into existence as he does that just as you say it.
What a coincidence. That is hilarious. But good by Follett to really drive that one up the middle for a base hit.
First pitch, too. He didn't even wait on it. So the
man,
Owls
that's
finally do have a base runner here in the third. Their first of the game, making Afton work from the stretch for the first time. Back to first is Follett. I was going to say, right as you said that, he gets the hit, and then right after we kind of say, wow, he gets picked off at first. That would have been something.
That would have been something.
Yeah.
But
So here's Nate Hudson. He's been struggling a bit as of late, hovering right around the 240 mark, back into first. Again is Follett.
Hudson, one of those players who were off to such a hot start to begin the season. Through the middle of the season, he was playing well. But since has lost that kind of momentum, which is, yet again, like I previously mentioned, huge when it comes to baseball.
Yeah, that one will be away for ball one. Hudson, though, was honored, of course, in the pregame. One of the seniors on this Owls team, and one of them in the starting lineup, along with Beon at first.
As much as Hudson has been struggling, he is really good at getting on base. He's up there for hit by pitches and walks.
And he fouls that one away for strike one. Conley out of the 9 hole today. A catcher is on deck.
I can't get over that no-hitter thing I said earlier.
Yeah. I mean, it was only through 2 innings, so
Yeah.
obviously not very deep, but he had been rolling through the first 6 hitters. The 1-1, and that's in the air to left, but it's well foul and out of play.
Good play by the person out in foul territory. Made the catch barehanded.
Yeah, geez, you don't see that too often. You see people make good catches like that with gloves, but I always say you got to go barehanded as a fan.
Offer that one a contract.
Here's the 1-2. It will not be made as Follett once again dives back in safely. Yeah, I always say, especially once you get to a certain age as a baseball fan or spectator, you have to go to the bare hand. You have to catch it with your bare hands.
As much as it hurts, it
yeah.
makes you look cool.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. In for strike 3, so that.
What a pitch. Painted that outside corner.
Big pitch there from Afton. That's his first strikeout of the day, and it comes on Hudson for out number 1 here in the 3rd. Here's Liam Conley.
Liam Conley has had a pretty good season so far from behind the plate, batting .261 and 4 RBIs, and I guess is my dad's favorite player on this team.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
he does watch
Blood
these games at home.
Oh, yeah. Coach Blood having a word with the home plate umpire there. I don't know what they're discussing. Something with the USM dugout. And now here is Conley, as we mentioned. He's having another discussion there, I think, with Coach Flaherty. Not sure, can't tell from here what it was about. Maybe trying to, some players were creeping out of the dugout. That's all I
believe that's
think.
what it was.
Yeah.
Trying to, I like when players creep out of the dugout a little too much because it does show how much passion they have for the game. Try and get into players' heads.
First pitch from Afton will miss for ball 1. Southern Maine of University, just outside of Portland, Gorham, Maine. A little over 2 hours to Keene today as that one in for strike 1 from Bryce Afton.
What a game today. Nice game. Not too much of a blowout here. Just moving over nicely.
Yeah, Conley pops that one out of play foul, and it's 1-2. So Afton getting back ahead of hitters. Ehlers is on deck if it gets to him. He'll be back to the top of the order. He had a 2-pitch ground out to lead off the bottom of the 1st for Keene. And here's the 1-2 to Liam Conley. It will not be made as keeping Follett close at first base. But back in safely.
Follett has yet to attempt a steal so far this season. Surprised that they keep throwing over to first. Try and maybe catch him off guard. A 4th time they threw over to first, I believe.
Here's the 1-2 from Afton. That is in there for strike 3. So Conley is down looking. Just like Hudson before him, that's strikeout number 2 for Bryce Afton, and they've both come in this 3rd inning.
Good off-speed pitch. Was just able to find that inside edge of the box. I believe it was a little bit too much inside, but good framework from behind the plate, as we previously mentioned. Gumalalen.
So Ehlers standing in now, 2 away after the leadoff single from Otis Follett. That's in there for strike 1.
Tommy Ehlers, previously mentioned, just one of those guys, batting over 300, high slugging percentage, as much as he's not much of a home run hitter, does have a home run on the season. Not much of a power guy, but he does get on base significantly well.
The 0-1, a little check swing pop-up over is Afton, the pitcher, to make
play.
the catch. That will end
full
the
effort.
inning.
You love to see that from your pitcher.
Yeah, he wants to be part of the infield too, as we'll head to the top of the 4th. 2-0 Huskies here on the Owls Media Network.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
We are back here on the Owls Media Network. Keene State not able to string together a lot of offense in the early going. They trail 2-0 here through 3 innings as David Floyd back out for what he's looking to be his 4th inning of work.
Floyd not having a bad outing at all. Has allowed those 2 runs on those 2 doubles that he just happened to, throw a pitch. But the problem is that he just keeps getting, like you said, doesn't get ahead of the count. He gets very much behind the count, and it feels forced to throw a pitch over the plate, which is a hitter's advantage when it's a 3-0 count, 3-1 count.
He'll be greeted by
a batter's advantage.
He'll be greeted by Wilson, Searle, Belanger, and Poole. So 6, 7, and 8 for the Huskies here this inning. And Southern Maine just trying to extend their lead. It's only 2-0, but Keene has struggled so far at the plate. The only hit coming for Otis Follett to lead off the last inning. And Wilson is 0 for 1.
They just had to break what I was saying about no hits.
Yeah. They hear it from all the way up here.
I wish they did. That'd be funny.
First pitch is popped up. Calling it off is Beon. All the way over into the middle of the infield. He'll make the catch for the first out.
It seems like Floyd completely lost it the second it was hit. Beyond sprinting over from first base.
Yeah, at the very least, I mean, Follett must have not seen it either at short, as he kind of backed away as well. And Beyond calls everybody off. 1 pitch, 1 away. Searle Belanger lines that one into left. Hudson is over. He's not going to get to it. It's going to roll to the fence. Be a leadoff double for 1-out double, for Searle Belanger, and that's 2 pitches and 2 swings for Southern Maine. They have an out and a hit now, but a runner in scoring position with less than 2 away.
I believe they've allowed it. Not allowed, but I believe Southern Maine has gone a double in every inning since the first. They have been hitting so well today. I mean, finding the gap. That one just out of Hudson's glove and left.
Yeah, so Brogan Searle Belanger with his 2nd hit of the day. Check back to 2nd. He's back in timing.
Laid down, made sure that his fingertips barely made it back to the base.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Leading off
Anthony Poole here. Looks at strike 1.
Good fastball there from Floyd.
Yeah, Poole's 0 for 1 in center field today. And batting out of the 8 hole. Same as his field position number in center. Going, and that's going to hit him. So back to 2nd will go Searle Belanger as he was on the move. But hit by the pitch there was Poole, and now just like that, there's 1st and 2nd with 1 out.
Poole tried to get out of the way of the catcher, but he just happened to go right in the throwing lane, which was an advantage, but they send the runner back to 2nd from the hit by pitch.
Yeah, that's the only good thing for Keene is that the runner not able to advance. But that's a hit batsman, and now another threat here looming. Big threat for Southern Maine. For Yannick Luxa, who lines it over the head of Chatfield. Searle Belanger will score. Into 3rd goes Poole, and into 2nd goes Yannick Luxa. So just like that, it is 3-0 and a chance for more for Southern Maine here in the top of the 4th.
Chatfield went full extension to try and get that one. Just over the tip of his glove, though. Found its way for another double for the Southern Maine team. They have just able to find the gaps in the outfield so well today. Floyd not having his struggles this inning, and
Tom Vasovsky stands in for his 3rd at bat already. The Owls infield in the top of the 4th. Goes after the first pitch, pops it up, foul and out of play. seeing a lot of early swinging in the count this inning for Southern Maine, and it's paid off. They've seen Floyd very well. They've been able to barrel up the ball quite a bit. Here's the 0-1 to the Maine right fielder. And he chops it foul for strike 2.
Floyd showing a lot more confidence in his off-speed pitches, seeing that his fastball has been getting hit this inning, showing different looks, try and get it going.
Yeah, the Owls just trying to keep it 3-0 in the top of the 4th. That would certainly be a win if you can get out of it with that score, as runners at second and third, just one out still. Luxa at second. O2 is on the ground.
Whoa.
Scooped nicely there by Follett. He fires to first in time. What a play by Otis Follett at shortstop.
How'd he even see
Save
the
a
ball
run.
into the glove?
Yeah.
Did he bare hand that?
I don't know. I mean, I thought that was through for a base hit off the swing.
I was positive that got past him, but I didn't even see the ball enter the glove.
I didn't either.
What a play there by Follett. That was just impressive.
So now here's Cam Seymour, his third at bat. He's 0 for 2. Infield back now with 2 away. First pitch from Floyd is well up and away for ball 1. So Luxa is at second. Poole is at third.
That was a tough break there for Visosky. I mean, a lot of velocity off the bat there. Just such a good play to keep a runner in from second and third.
And that's lined into right field, a base hit. In to score is Poole and Luxa, and that will make it 5-0 Southern Maine here. So unfortunately, the great play by Follett will not matter in the end, as Cam Seymour comes up with his first hit. It's a 2-run single, and it makes it 5-0.
Tough break there. Just good drive there from Seymour. This is why he's one of the better hitters of their team, coming up in those clutch situations. Now as 2 RBIs, I believe he's only 1 RBI short of leading the team from now batter Kyle Doohan.
Yeah, Doohan's 1 for 2, has an RBI in this one.
Now he's 2 away from being the RBI leader.
Good turnout, though, this afternoon here at Keene, as that one's in the air to left center. Who will it be? Will it be Ehlers or Hudson? It'll be Hudson to make the catch to end the inning. But Southern Maine gets 3 more there in the 4th. They extend their lead to 5-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, as the Owls allowed 3 runs there in the top of the 4th, head to the bottom of the 4th. It's now 5-0 Southern Maine. Talked about in the break, we've seen it a lot this year from the Owls, where they'll be trailing by a little bit early on, and then it seems like the wheels have just fallen off in this big losing streak. And it's been frustrating up here to watch, but certainly can't be any less frustrating from head coach Blood's perspective. But it'll be Barnes, Chatfield, and Beon. So 2, 3, 4 due up for Keene in the bottom of the 4th as they look to just get a couple runs back here, get right back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, Aftim has just been amazing on the mound today. He has seemingly been untouchable. I believe he only allowed that one hit.
Yeah, he's thrown, 33 pitches in total entering this inning. Now 34, 35. But, last inning only threw 11 pitches. He's pretty much been just cruising through this lineup. Hasn't had to work very hard. That one's fouled back by Barnes, and it is 1-2 now.
Things this Owls team has to do is just be patient. You can't have pitchers like Aftim being at such a low pitch count at this point in the game. That's less than 10 pitches an inning. He has just been amazing so far. And we could say he's been cooking. Showing many mixes of pitches along with that almost unhittable fastball.
The 2-2.
As you just saw there.
It's in the air to right, but Vasovsky is under it. He'll make the catch for the first out in the bottom of the fourth. So Barnes is down on a flyout. And now here's Chatfield. Just looking to get going again.
Barnes trying for more of a power approach, which was interesting. Not really so much of a... He should be more of a contact guy, have a level-headed swing. Kind of had an uppercut swing, trying to drive that ball, but that's not what the Owls need right now. You just get a runner on base.
Strike one on Chatfield. Just one base runner this afternoon so far for Keene. It came last inning. It was a leadoff single for Otis Follett. But he was stranded there the rest of the inning as it's quickly 0-2 on Chatfield. So Bryce Aftim has been throwing a lot of strikes. You got to give him credit for that, certainly. If you're Keene, you kind of just have to take what the pitcher's giving to you. That'll miss outside ball one.
I think Aftim has noticed that his fastball is dominant. The Owls are just so far in front of his fastball.
That one will skip in the dirt for ball two. So Chatfield has gotten the count back to even. Beyond on deck. There's the 2-2. Miss low for ball three. So one of the first times today the Owls have had a full count. Been swinging early. But have not been making solid contact.
The Owls go on and off from having these great at-bats like Chatfield is having now. He just drew a walk.
Yeah, he took 4 straight balls after falling behind 0-2, and he's aboard with a 1-out walk. So the second base runner of the day for Keene. First not on a hit today.
Patience is key. You can't allow Aftim to gain so much confidence that he'll just throw anything and it'll work. But that confidence is key when you're a pitcher, and you gain confidence over the course of a game when you see your pitches are working and batters aren't being patient. Chatfield having a perfect at-bat there, just being patient, able to get on first.
That one up and away for ball one on Josh Beon, who's 0 for 1. Everybody in the Owls lineup, at least right now, does not have a hit except for Follett so far. Eaton is on deck if it gets to him. Here's the 1-0. And that's going to be lined right past the dive of Luxa at short for a base hit. So Josh Beon puts his name in the hit column. He's got a base hit, and that'll make it first and second now with 1 out. So Owls trying to get something going as it all has started here with the Chatfield walk, and now Brendan Eaton up. Good hitter here.
This is the inning the Owls have been waiting for. Just having a batter's confidence and just being patient, waiting for your pitch is exactly what Beon just did. He took the first pitch, which was a very good high fastball, just hit the outside of the zone. Tried to hit him with an inside off-speed slider, but just got a hold of it.
Strike one on Eaton. As you said, Anthony, it's a lot of times when you're struggling like Keene State has been, you want to kind of press. You naturally want to just press to get those hits. But a lot of times it doesn't end up working out. That's corkscrewed foul for strike two. But usually when you press harder, a lot of times you end up making softer contact and you pop things up. Weak ground balls rolled over, that kind of stuff. So you just have to stay calm at the plate, stay back, and sometimes draw walks if you have to even. That'll miss for ball one.
Yeah, that's baseball. Baseball is a patient sport, and it takes a lot of patience to be a good baseball player. And when you're in a struggle, like we were mentioning how
That's on the ground to short to second for one, but they will not get Eaton at first.
what a good play there.
Luxa makes a nice
Luxa
play. He
putting a lot of effort out in the field today. Obviously had just a missed diving catch earlier and just making that one. Almost went full split to get the ground ball. Like, as we were saying about how, when you're on fire and you have the momentum, the baseball looks like a beach ball. But when you are struggling, the baseball looks like a golf ball.
Yeah,
it
might
is
as well.
almost unhittable. And that's just how baseball is. The momentum that you have to build as a team is just huge.
Back to first goes Eaton, back in safely. So Beon was erased on the fielder's choice there. Eaton does reach first, and now it's runners at the corners with 2 away for Verano.
Ian is 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts, so wouldn't be surprised if they have him moving.
Especially with 2 out, try to get something, try to maybe set up Verano for a 2 RBI spot here, second and third, if he gets the base hit. So he's ahead 1-0. Follette is on deck. That's fouled back, hard to the screen.
It's funny because I mentioned about players, like the look of the player, and how I like if players have a bit of swagger to them. I equally like players like Verano who are wearing no gloves, no arm sleeves, a stance that is nothing flashy, just trying to show that what he can do.
Going there is Eaton. They're not going to throw down, and a wise decision there for Kumalainen, as he's seen that movie before. Owls trying to get a run in with some small ball there maybe. But down to second goes Eaton with a stolen base. So that'll be second and third now with 2 out. But a 1-2 pitch coming here to Verano.
As we were just talking about how Ian does have speed on the base pads.
Verano grounds it to second. Soft grounder, but Wilson throws in time to first to end the inning. So the Owls strain a couple. We'll head to the top of the 5th, 5-0 on the Owls Media Network.
Our campus can get pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round. There's tour guides and student workers like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
Back on the Owls Media Network. Keene State trailing 5-0 here in the top half of the 5th on senior day here in game 1 of this doubleheader. Just looking to string some kind of momentum together. It could all start here with a clean inning for David Floyd. He's allowed at least a run the last 3 and gave up a 3 spot in the 4th.
The Owls were able to gain some momentum with the hits in the previous inning, along with the walk from Chatfield, the hit from Beon. That was huge, and right now the Owls need more than anything is a quick inning from Floyd here. Just get back to the plate.
Arlo Pike swings at the first pitch, hits it in the air to right. It's going to hang up, though, for Ehlers coming over from center for the first out.
So I was just talking about quick innings, 1 pitch, 1 out here for Floyd.
And he doesn't allow a leadoff runner, too, so that's been big. A lot of these innings where Southern Maine has scored, the leadoff man's reached. So,
on a walk, hit by pitch, just up the middle single.
Leadoff doubles.
Yeah. Southern Maine has just been really good at getting on base today, which has amounted them to the 5 runs they have now.
Here's Jason Kumalainen. He goes after the first pitch in the air to left. Hudson is back as it carries a bit, but he will make the catch just shy of the track for the second out. So 2 pitches and 2 outs for David Floyd here in the 5th.
Wow, this is exactly what the Owls need right now. These quick pitches. Problem is that Floyd's not really causing any swings and misses, but he is able to have confidence in his defense, have confidence in his pitches to then force an out.
Jonathan Wilson standing in. And he looks at ball one, a little up.
A little high. Just barely missed the zone there. Good fastball. That ends the 3-pitch, 3-out inning that could have had there.
That one up high for ball two. Brogan Cyril Belanger is on deck if it gets to him. He's had a good day, 2 for 2 with an RBI. The 2-0. Way high for ball three, and Floyd has struggled with control in this at-bat, certainly.
With no one working out in the bullpen. All the confidence in the world for Floyd here from Coach Blood.
That will be in for strike one. So looking to battle back here. Have his first 1-2-3 inning of the game if he can retire Wilson here. Here's a 3-1. In there for strike two. So nice job by Floyd to battle back and make this a full count. See if he can finish off the Huskies' second baseman here.
Floyd showing many mixes of pitches so far in this inning.
And that will just miss for ball four. So Wilson will take a walk, and that will not be a 1-2-3 fifth for David Floyd.
That one barely missing the zone. I wouldn't have been surprised if they called that one a strike. Good framework from Conley there, just trying to frame that one on the outside corner, but wasn't enough.
Cyril Belanger, 2 for 2, an RBI to drive in the first run of the day for Southern Maine. It was a little infield single. That's in the air to center. It hangs up, though. Ehlers is under it to make the catch, and that will end the inning. So nice clean inning there for David Floyd. Allows a 2-out walk, but nothing more. We'll be right back on the Owls Media Network.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, Keene State still trailing 5-0 in the bottom of the fifth, but that was a good, clean inning for David Floyd. His first since the first inning. And we'll see if that can spring some life into this Keene offense, as Otis Follett, with one of the 2 hits for Keene today, is up.
That was an inning the Owls desperately needed, because they were gaining some momentum in the previous inning, where they were able to get a few runners on base. And getting that momentum and getting a quick inning from pitcher Floyd, definitely the Owls' main need right now.
That's popped up over is Cyril Belanger, but that's going to be way out.
No one-hand
strike
catch
one.
from a fan right now.
No, the net caught that one over the batting cage.
That would have been funny. It barely misses. The fan out there wearing red.
Yeah.
Made a great one-hand catch.
Keene State in their one of their 2 jerseys, the home Reds this afternoon. That one missed for ball 2, and also wearing their red hats as well.
Good. It's a good attire for a team. Nice red and white jerseys.
That one's popped up.
Clean.
Coming in on it is Cyril Belanger to make the catch for the first out. So Follett is retired, and there's one away. For Nate Hudson. 7-8-9 this inning for Keene. And Hudson's 0 for 1. He struck out looking his first time up back in the third. Looking to reach here. Looks at strike one.
Good fastball there from Aftim, just able to find the middle of the plate.
Yeah, Aftim came in with a lot of strikeouts. So far, he's only got 2. Looking for a third, though, right here, as he's ahead of Hudson 0-2 very fast.
Quick pitches from Aftim here. Hudson trying to wait for his pitch. Ignored 2 over the middle fastballs.
The 0-2 on the ground to second. Softly hit again to Wilson. He'll field it, though, quickly for the second out. 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 5th for Keene.
Now you got Liam Conley up to the plate.
See if Conley can reach to get it back to Ehlers and the top of the order.
Struck out an inside pitch in his last at-bat. That was one of Aftim's 2 strikeouts on the day. Aftim has been pitching great.
Only at 61 pitches through 4 2/3 as that one fell back for strike one. So he's, much like Floyd, has been good with his pitch count. Hasn't had to work too hard. Certainly the 4th was his roughest inning, but he didn't allow a run despite having guys on second and third and 2 out.
Just trying to make things work. Trying to move pitches, showing more off-speed this inning. Now goes fastball right past Conley.
That's strike 2, and he's quickly behind 1 and 2. So looking at ball 1. Just trying to reach here. Here's the 1-2. And that's on the ground and up the middle for a base hit. So a nice piece of 2-strike hitting for Liam Conley. He has a 2-out base hit for Keene, their 3rd hit in total of the day, and now that'll get it back to the top of the order for Tommy Ehlers. And we'll see if Ehlers can come through. He's 0 for 2. And ground out his first time up.
That's big, getting a runner on for this Owls team now at the top of the lineup coming up. Trying to drive in the first run of the game. Obviously, they've had their struggles on the offensive side of the ball.
That one misses well in the dirt. Nice stop by Kumalainen. Yeah, and then just trying to get something going with 2 outs. 2-out rally. Push across a run or 2 or even 3. It's the part of the order you want to have up. But they've been cool so far. Combined 0 for 5 for the 1-2-3 hitters. That one in for strike 1.
Mixing in more fastball. Just trying to get mix of pitches, feel comfortable again after allowing the base hit.
Yeah, half-hearted swing there from Ehlers. Goes around for strike 2. Aftim has been making Keene State hitters pretty uneasy at the plate today, for the most part. Here's the 1-2. And nice check there by Ehlers. That'll be ball 2 in the dirt.
No one working out in either bullpen. Considering there's a doubleheader today, you don't want to use many of your relief pitchers in game 1. Save them for game 2.
The 2-2. Going is Conley. That's popped up, though, into left. Cyril Belanger battling the sun a bit. He's got it, though, to end the inning. So the Owls strand a man with 2 away. Head to the top half of the 6th. Southern Maine still in front, 5-0.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Back on the Owls Media Network as David Floyd back out here in the top of the 6th. As he's allowed 5 earned runs through 5 innings pitched, but Keene State continues to roll with him here. And as we talked about a little bit, the last inning, trying to maybe save some of their bullpen if they need it more in game 2.
Yeah, Floyd not having a bad game, I would say. Of course, 5 runs is tough, but it's not the best when they're not getting much done offensively. Like, going back out, keeping your arm really warm is either a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes pitchers have that momentum, but also pitchers just need a break at points. Like, they need to cool off, rest a little bit, and that's what the offense is not supplying their pitcher today. With 0 runs, I believe they only have 3 base hits.
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough sledding for Keene so far, as you said, against Bryce Afton. Be Anthony Poole, Yannick Luxa, and Visovsky due up. So 8, 9, and 1 for the Huskies this inning here in the top of the 6th. See if Floyd can have another clean inning. He had a clean 5th. And going back, had a clean 1st as well, as that swung on and popped up and well out of play foul down the left field side.
No one-hand catch again. Fan in red made sure to stay out of the way of that one. That was a long fly ball.
Yeah.
Home run, but foul.
Loud strike 1 for sure.
That one landed in the soccer field all the way back there.
It's in for strike 2, yeah.
I mean, 400-foot fly ball.
Got all the way out there. We've seen some long flies. We saw, I think, a long one from a Keene State player as well. It might have been Hudson, but it was well out of play foul. Here's the 0-2. That'll miss high for ball 1. Probably the best fan turnout that we've had at home here at Keene all season. Of course, Senior Day will certainly help that with the parents coming out. And that swung on a miss for strike 3, so Floyd gets Poole swinging. That's David Floyd's first strikeout of the afternoon, and it comes all the way here in the 6th, but he gets it.
Don't want to speak too soon, but it seems like Floyd has gained that confidence that you need as a pitcher. Obviously had a really good inning last inning. This inning immediately starting off with a strikeout. I don't want to speak it into existence, but like I always seem to do.
Yeah. Seems to be a talent.
Of ruining good moments?
No. Luxa shows bunt, but it goes right back to Floyd. He fields it quickly and in time for out number 2. So,
interesting move there, going for the bunt, try to get a runner on base.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting decision considering Luxa is, well, he was 1 for 2 entering that at bat. Now 1 for 3. So here it'll be Visovsky.
Well, Visovsky's a really good contact hitter, so I see why getting a runner on first would be good in that situation. But you have to work in that bat a little more. You can't bunt on the first pitch like that.
4th time through the order for Southern Maine here in the 6th. Visovsky is 1 for 2. Has reached on a walk, a hit by pitch to lead off the game. Here's a 1-0 from Floyd. And that's lined into center. Hudson's not going to get to this one. That'll one-hop the fence. Visovsky is easily into second with a 2-out double as the throw is cut off by Follett. And Southern Maine getting something going here with a little 2-out rally as it'll get the inning to Seymour now is 1 for 3.
Seymour with 2 RBIs on the day, 1 for 2. I believe last at bat was that double that's yet again scored 2, and that really kicked off the big momentum shift for Southern Maine.
That one will just miss off the plate from ball 1. Seymour had an RBI 2-run single into right field that made it 5-0. That was back in that 3-run 4th inning for the Huskies. That'll miss for ball 2. So Visovsky leading a bit at second.
Good opportunity here for Seymour. Just try and drive in that runner from second, get the ball into one of those gaps. Obviously now they have 2 outs, so you don't really have a choice.
Big swing there from Seymour on the 2-0, but comes up empty. See if Floyd can battle back a bit here and get out of this 6th inning with another clean slate. Got out of the 5th nicely. And that's in the air to right center. Over his Ehlers, over his Eaton, he dives and makes the catch to end the inning.
What a catch.
What a play by Brendan Eaton to save a run. As we will head to the bottom of the sixth, still 5-0 Huskies. How about that on the Owls Media Network?
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Back on the Owls Media Network in the bottom half of inning number 6, and what a catch it was for Brendan Eaton on this senior day to make for the final out of that inning. It certainly saved a run and would have been an RBI double, maybe even a triple for Cam Seymour if that ball got into the gap. And he absolutely saved a run.
Ironic on senior day, too.
Yeah.
Last home game of the season for the Owls. Kelly having such a good catch. I mean, you can't turn that down. Full extension, put all the body on the line that he possibly could. I don't even think he called for that ball. Because it looks like Ehlers had a track on it for about a second there, but...
Yeah, I thought it was just going to get down between them, as I didn't think they were going to be able to run it down fast enough. As Barnes gets a bunt down, it's going to stick in the grass. Throw to first is in time. Nice play.
Barnes tripped a little bit out of the hole there, just not able to get full speed heading to first, but he did lay a really good bunt down. One of the better bunts you could lay.
Great play by Afton. I mean, that ball kind of just stuck in the grass. It was almost a perfect bunt.
I mean, Afton has made some great defensive plays today as a pitcher.
Made a nice
he
catch.
gets all the hype from his teammates, all the momentum even the defense feels it.
Chatfield rips that one foul for strike one.
Chatfield looking to get back on track, although he did have that walk earlier that he was able to get over to third, just wasn't able to get home.
And he grounds that one softly to Wilson at second, on to first in time, and that is quickly out number 2. So Keene State had to swing a lot early in the counts as Afton has been filling up the strike zone. It's been a terrific day for him on the mound.
I mean, Afton is definitely their number one guy, the guy you go to be the best pitcher in your rotation. Using him for game one, the advantage for this Southern Maine team.
So Beyond looks at ball one, the 1-0. Big swing and a miss for strike one. Game's been going pretty good here, certainly as you mentioned for the Huskies. They got one in the second, one in the third, 3 in the fourth, and that's made it where we are now at 5-0. Could have been 6-0 or worse, certainly if not for that great play by Eaton in right field to end the top half of the sixth.
Ian on deck right now, just doing a little bit of scouting.
Fouled away by Beyond, and the count is now even at 2-1. That one probably landed on the field hockey / lacrosse field. Over to our left.
/ flag football field.
Yeah. Intramural flag football in the fall, always fun stuff. 2-2 is high for ball 3. Did that once a couple of years ago, and our team was not very good, but it was still fun nonetheless. 3-2 is cut on a miss, and that will end the inning. The Owls go very quietly. Another strikeout for Afton. We head to the top of the 7th, 5-0 Huskies on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team
or all of them. It's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Back here on the Owls Media Network in the top of the 7th, David Floyd, 6 innings, 5 earned runs allowed. He's struck out 1, walked 1 as well, but the pitch count just at 72, so that hasn't been an issue for him today, and the Owls trying to save the bullpen a bit, although they do have some guys going. We'll see who that is.
Chatfield giving Floyd some words of encouragement for this inning, see if you can get another fast inning.
Doohan lines one into left. Eaton going back. That one's going to be over his head, and it will one-hop the fence. So that is a leadoff double for Kyle Doohan. Eaton could not make that play. It was hit a little too hard, just over his head.
Looked like Ian lost it in the sun a bit. Wasn't able to get really a track on that ball.
So here's Arlo Pike, who's 0 for 3 today, but has a chance to change that and drive in Doohan from second with nobody out.
There's a reason why he's the cleanup hitter, batting upwards of 290, 402 slugging percentage. He has had a very good year on the play, also a very high on-base percentage, actually has the best on-base percentage on the team.
Hooked up ball 1 there. Owls have Patrick McKeegan going in the pen. That one fouled away. They also have Jack Lang going as well. Pair of righties. First action we've seen on the day for either bullpen.
Interesting seeing Lang in the bullpen warming up. He's normally one of their starters.
That one's in the air to center. Ayler's coming in. It's going to be Hudson who will make the catch, tagging and now not tagging.
He's doing,
yeah. Showed like he was tagging, maybe tried to draw a wild throw, but he's back in. Not a bad idea to stay put at second when you got Kumalainen up. He's 1 for 3. Another RBI spot, though.
I believe he had one of those doubles that Southern Maine has been seemingly dominant in today, just getting doubles, finding the gaps in the outfield. He had one of them. I believe he was also one of the driving runs, one of the first runs of the game that started off this momentum for Southern Maine.
Yeah, you're right, Anthony. He came across in that second inning where they played the first run of the game. Still 5-0. Back to second is Doohan safely. And Floyd just trying to keep it at 5-0. I mean, still somewhat of a decent-sized deficit, especially as we're in the late innings now in the 7th. That one fouled back, and it looks like it got the umpire, but he's all right.
Tough one off the chest from the ump.
You do have the chest protector, but still you have to feel that a little bit.
You'll feel it in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
That one fouls back at such a high velocity. You'll definitely feel it.
So it'll be a 1-1 to Kumalainen from Floyd, as that one will get through Conley. On to third is Doohan on the likely a wild pitch. Probably not a pass ball, as it got right through the legs.
Nutmeg.
Yeah.
That's so tough when you're a catcher because you have all that gear on.
It is ruled a pass ball on Conley.
When you get all that catcher's gear on, the ball just happens to go through your legs. That happens a lot because a lot of pitches with high movement.
Little check swing number, that's going to be scooped up foul, though, by Beon at first. So it's now 2-2 as the infield for Keene draws in.
I felt that one. It hit him inside, not hit the hands, but it hit the barrel right above the hands, and you could just feel the whole bat vibrate down your hands, and it hurts so much, especially on a fastball that Floyd is known for having a little bit of velocity to his fastball. You could see Kumalainen shake it off.
That one runs inside. The count runs full to 3-2. Looking for strikeout number 2 of the day here is Floyd. He's got 1. He's also walked a man. So he's made a lot of his outs on contact. But this would be a big spot for a strikeout or a pop-out, something that will hold that runner at third. We're going to get a timeout here from Conley behind the dish. That was a nice play, though, on that little number by Beon to come in and scoop it up in foul territory. Is obviously, if that ball somehow comes back, rolls fair, you got to run for Southern Maine. So
the runner on third was hustling into third, into home, I mean.
Yeah, he would have scored if that had run fair, even if Kumalainen was out. Here's the 3-2. On the ground, hard but foul.
I thought the third baseman coach was going to
I thought
field
Flaherty
that
might
one.
try to field it, head coach there. But he lets it go. Might have skipped under the fence, actually.
Nice souvenir for about 2 seconds, so you have to give it back to the team.
Yeah. Here's a big 3-2 from David Floyd. And that's popped up. Floyd calls it off. He takes it himself. That's the second time we've seen a pitcher catch a pop-up in this game. First for Keene State, and that is a big out number 2. It's a big pitch from David Floyd to retire Kumalainen, and there's 2 away. Runner stays put at third.
Not a common thing to see.
No.
Pitchers fielding fly balls. Although, we do see Shea Zena in the outfield sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite thing. Is when the Owls have a lead, and they're like, yeah, let's put the relief pitcher in right field. That's one of my favorite things that the Owls do.
Yeah. I mean, Zena's DH'd before as well. That's in the air to left. It hangs up for Hudson. Looks like he'll make the catch, and he will. So that won the inning. So David Floyd works out of a runner at third with less than 2 outs. Nicely done. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Still 5-0 on the Owls Media Network.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Back in the bottom half of the 7th, it's still 5-0. Southern Maine Huskies here on the Owls Media Network, and Keene just looking to string together some hits, getting late in this first game. It'll be Eaton, Verano, and Follette. So 5, 6, 7 will be due up here for Keene.
Ian having that amazing catch earlier in this game to save a run. I wish we can show that. That was something. You can watch it on the highlights on the Owls YouTube channel after this game is over. But I suggest looking at it. It was one of the more impressive catches you'll see from an outfielder.
Oh, yeah, that was a tremendous catch. I mean, ball was traveling away from him, and he leapt out just with the left hand, made the catch in the glove beautifully. So here is Eaton. Goes after the first pitch, grounds it to Luxa. To first in time. 1 pitch, 1 out. We've seen that a lot this afternoon in Game 1 from Keene State. Now here's Alec Verano.
The Owls having one of those, like they had an inning a bit back where they were patient. They were waiting for their pitches. That was when Chatfield walked. Beyond had a nice single. waiting for their pitches, but it seems like since then they've been impatient, not really letting their pitches come to them.
Yeah, you're right, Anthony. I believe that was the 4th inning where they had that chance, and that was right after they gave up 3. Quickly down 0-2 is Verano. That was right after they gave up 3 to make it 5-0, and that's been the score ever since. Terrific pitching from Bryce Afton, as that one is in the dirt to make it 1-2. We'll see if the Owls stick with Floyd in the 8th, as he's had the 5th, 6th, and 7th have all been scoreless since that 4th inning. Down swinging is Verano, and there's 2 away. That's the 4th K of the day for Afton.
As much as you want to get a hit right now if you're the Owls, just have to wait for your pitch. Chasing outside pitches, Verano did 3 straight pitches where he chased them.
Otis
It's
Follett.
tough.
Yeah, you have to be somewhat patient. But at the same time, sometimes if a guy's filling up the zone like Afton is, you just have to, sometimes going after the first or second pitch is the best option.
Afton.
Try not to fall behind too much.
Afton has just been, the only word you can think of is dominant. Like, he has not really allowed many hits.
0-2, he
No
doesn't
runs.
get the call there on Follett.
Only 3 hits allowed for Afton here.
Working fast. There's the 1-2. On the ground. Nice pick there first by Pike. And in time to get him. So head to the top of the 8th. Owls go 1-2-3 again. 5-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Back on the Owls Media Network, 5-0 Southern Maine here in the top of the 8th of Game 1. David Floyd is back out there, at least to begin the 8th inning. Owls still have double barrel action. They have Jack Lang, and I believe that's still Patrick McKeegan as well, going in their bullpen. So if he lets the leadoff man on, you got to think this is a pretty short leash. They would go to the pen. But we shall
I like
see what
the
happens.
use. I like the use of having Lang in the bullpen as much as they've used him as a starter this season. Lang is always one of those pitchers who can give you 4 to 5 good innings, but the wheels kind of come off after the 5th. And that is perfect for a relief pitcher. Just going 1 to 2 innings, being the guy you could secure down in the 6th to 7th inning. Obviously now we're in the top of the 8th. Floyd has been consistently good since allowing those runs earlier in this game. You can't really ask much of him, not getting any run support.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to support him with the bats, as Afton's had a terrific game. That one's lined. Can't be picked cleanly by Follett, but he gathers, fires the first. That's not in time. So that will be a leadoff base runner.
He
for the
had it
Huskies.
snow coned for a little bit.
Yeah,
he almost had that one.
Just couldn't hang on to it. And it got away. He almost gathered back up in time for the first out, but he couldn't hit cleanly. And now here's Anthony Poole. So Brogan, Cyril Belanger's perfect, or not perfect game, but good game continues. So that is a leadoff man on. Floyd's still in. First pitch, nice stop there by Conley in the dirt. And now a chance for Poole. 0 for 2 on the day. And struck out once.
Runner is on the base pads. See if you can bring him home.
Yeah, that one outside. Well out for ball 2.
The thing you consistently are able to see from the Owls, they're able to get double plays like it's nothing. But today I don't think they've yet to get one. And it's because a lot of times the runner isn't on first. Runner's on second.
Yeah.
Because they're just so good at getting those doubles.
2-0 inside ball 3. Yeah, I think if he walks him here, you go to the bullpen if you're Coach Blood. So that'll be the first 2 runners on. Floyd entered this at bat with 85 pitches. He's now up to 88 with the first 3 balls there. Let's see if he can battle back here on Poole. .30. That will get in for strike 1.
Good velocity on his fastball there. Able to just bring it over the plate. Get a strike.
Owls trying to improve to 4-10 in the LEC. Would not be eliminated if they split today or even if they lost both, but it would look very grim as that one is fouled back. To make it 3-2, their LEC hopes, LEC playoff hopes would get much slimmer. They've, of course, been swept by Castleton on the year. Did sweep Plymouth State here, but Plymouth State currently at the bottom of the conference. Did get a win against Rhode Island College. That's the Anchorman's only loss of the season in the conference. Here's the 3-2. Runner goes. That's popped up in the air to right. Eaton's camped under it. Make the catch for out number 1. So nice job battling back there for Floyd. And he retires Poole.
Shortstop number 9, Yannick Luxa.
So Yannick Luxa, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI.
Batting .256, 14 RBIs. 15 RBIs now.
Yeah, 15 with the hit today. Cyril Belanger leads off first. Held by Bion. That one will miss for ball 1.
That one just missing the zone. Floyd, you can't ask much of him like right now. Yeah,
that ball gets away. Cyril Belanger is going to head to second. He's going to round it, head for third. He's on his horse. He will get in there standing up on the wild toss. Checking over to first from David Floyd.
Well, I was just about to say how can't put much of this game on Floyd. Does not the best throw over to first. Runner able to get to third now. Runner in definite scoring position with 1 out.
There's, as at this field here at Keene, there's a lot of foul territory over off to the right. So if that ball gets away and a guy can haul, they're going to suicide squeeze. That's going to get a run in. Throw goes to first in time.
Wow.
And retired is Luxa, but
you never see that.
No.
Ever. The second I saw the runner coming home, I was shocked because no noise came from the Owls team alerting that the runner was stealing home.
No, just lack of communication there makes it 6-0 Huskies here in the top of the 8th. They add another run. And back to the top of the order.
If that bunt was missed, that was going to be a stolen home. Like, the runner was basically at home.
Yeah, Vasosky pops one up. Coming in is Ehlers. He will not be able to make the catch. Nice job to back it up by Follett.
That one just falling in the middle of all of those defenders.
Yeah, Barnes did a nice job to back it up, so that'll be a base hit for Vasosky.
Ehlers went all out to try and catch that one.
Vasosky is now 3 for 4, and now we're finally going to get a pitching change. Head coach Blood is out to get Floyd, so he gets through 7 2/3, 6 earned so far. And we'll take the break with him as we'll be right back on the Owls Media Network.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, It's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
Back with the pitching change on the Owls Media Network. It'll be Jack Lang coming on in relief.
Lang, normally you're starting, one of the starting pitchers in this Owls rotation, has since moved to the bullpen. 7.96 ERA in his 8 appearances, 11 walks, 11 strikeouts, and 23 earned runs.
Yeah, we shall see if he can get out of trouble here, as David Floyd is still on the hook for Vasosky at first. So right now he's through 7 2/3 with 6 earned. We'll see if it'll stay at 6, as Lang will be greeted by Cam Seymour, who's 1 for 4 in the day, but he does have an RBI single, scored 2 runs, actually a couple RBIs with the 2-run single. First pitch from Lang is popped up as he goes first pitch swinging. Follett is over at short, and he makes the catch to end the inning, so 1 pitch for Lang.
Can't ask much more of a pitcher like that. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Southern Maine gets a run here in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom half, 6-0 on the Owls Media Network.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that I was going to be a teacher. I started school a year early, and it created challenges for me because I wasn't able to pick up material as fast as the other students. Outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Back here in the bottom of the 8th, USM adding another run to make it 6-0. On a suicide squeeze, something that you rarely see in baseball, let alone LEC and D3. But nonetheless.
Afton back out of the mound has just been unhittable. I mean, now there's no one working in the bullpen. Seems like Afton's got the go to finish this game completely. Depending on how this inning goes, of course.
Nate Hudson will lead off here in the bottom of the 8th against Afton. Like to give that one's on the ground, back to Afton on 1 pitch. He'll fire to first in time. Like to give a shout out to the center fielder for the UMass Boston Beacons here in the LEC. That's Breon Parker. He had a big catch that recently made it in the top 10 on SportsCenter. So very interesting to see, as we saw him here a few weeks ago, had the go-ahead RBI single for UMass Boston in Game 2 of that doubleheader. So great play in center field. We saw a great play from Brendan Eaton in this one.
I wonder if that one will hit any type of highlights of that type, you know. That would be awesome. Like, for a school that's like D3, getting that kind of recognition by a massive network is huge for a player's career and for their future to possibly go pro. Although, you know, of course, it's just D3 college ball, but there's always a chance.
Yeah, that one swung on a miss from
Liam Conley.
Liam Conley, yeah. I mean, we've seen, you know, D3 players in really any sport. That one will miss high, ball 1. We've seen D3 players in any sport be able to make it to the pros, whether it's football, whether it's baseball. Obviously pretty rare occurrence, but it certainly is not unheard of. 1-2. Swung on a miss. Conley is down swinging. There's 2 away, just like that. And Afton picks up his 5th K of the day. And now it goes over to Tommy Ehlers. It's been a pretty sleepy game here for the bats for Keene State. Still only at 3 hits. They've been out hit 11-3. Owls defense has also committed an error. No errors have been committed so far by the Huskies.
If you're a pitcher, you got to compliment your defense. They have been playing so well. Obviously, in Afton's previous appearance, the defense didn't play too well. They had their own struggles, and it resulted in Afton not having the best appearance, but obviously a bounce-back game for this Southern Maine squad.
Yeah, Afton has just been really sharp all game. He's been filling up the zone. It's down 2-1 here on Ehlers. And misses away for ball 3. So he's in danger of walking his second man of the day, but
some work in the Southern Maine bullpen just in case if anything happens.
On the ground to third in time, and that will end the inning. So Owls go very quietly again. We'll head to the top of the ninth. Still 6-0 on the Owls Media Network.
Our campus can get pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round. There's tour guides and student workers like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
Back in the top of the ninth on the Owls Media Network. Southern Maine Huskies still hold a 6-0 lead, and a chance for more here for them as they'll go against Jack Lang.
With a crazy high pitch count of 1.
Yeah. 1 pitch, 1 out to end the top of the 8th, excuse me. And it'll be Dewan, Pike, and Komalainen due up for the Huskies. 3-4-5. That's hit hard, but foul down the first base side for strike 1.
A lot of velocity on that hit. Was able to just go foul.
Good day for Kyle Dewan, 2 for 4 with an RBI in his 5th at bat here.
That one just misses the outside corner. From what I've seen of Lang always happens to go when I'm in the booth here. Lang always happens to find his way on the mound. Known for a mix of really good off-speed pitches, but rarely goes to his fastball. But when he does, it forces a lot of swings and misses. In his appearances, only has 11 strikeouts. I guarantee most of them are off his fastball.
Oh, runs inside, and that'll make it 3-1. So another hitters count for Southern Maine. We've seen a lot of their hitters being able to get ahead in the count today, especially off of Floyd. Here's the 3-1. That's on the ground and up the middle, a base hit. Leadoff single, and Kyle Dewan is now 3 for 5. He has his 3rd hit of the day. So that'll get it to Arlo Pike, the first baseman.
Number 41, Arlo Pike.
As we talk about Lang, a lot of the sources of their double plays are when Lang is on the mound. So he's really good at forcing the ball into the dirt, try and get a quick double play here, possibly get up to 2 outs.
Pike goes first pitch swing, comes up empty. Owls once again have double barrel action in the pen, just in case. They got McKeegan trying to tell who the other pitcher is, but it's a lefty.
Lefty with a sidearm release. Rare occurrence, but love to see it.
0-1, it looks like he went. And can't tell, didn't see he did. So that is strike 2. Quickly 0-2 here from Lang on Pike. See if he can induce a ground ball right at somebody. 0-2. And that's popped up over to right, but out of play, foul. Just over by the Huskies bullpen on the right field side.
Pike, one of the better hitters on this team, batting near 300. I believe he is now at 300 because he's had a pretty good.
And Pike pops it up in the left. Hudson backing up a bit, just in front of the track. He'll make the catch for the first out. And there's one away in the top of the ninth.
The catcher, number 7, Jason Kumalainen.
Jason Kumalainen standing in. Kumalainen is 1 for 4 on the day as we're going to get another pitching change. Head coach Blood is out. It looks like Patrick McKeegan will be coming in relief, so we'll take the quick break and we'll be right back on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, Patrick McKeegan is on, making another appearance for Keene State this season.
McKeegan, 7.56 ERA in his 10 appearances. He has started 2 games, 12 strikeouts, 14 earned runs.
Bunch of the seniors looking on, watching McKeegan making likely his final home appearance of his career.
It's nice to have days like senior day where it gives players, obviously this team is full of freshmen who are, young and, full of potential. It's nice to see a lot of older players get their flowers and get an opportunity.
Yeah, be recognized obviously as spent the last 4 years with the program. It's been probably a bit of a whirlwind at times as obviously their freshman year, most of those games were canceled due to COVID, and obviously 21, a bit of an odd season as well. But the last 2 years have been pretty much clean sailing as Kumalainen stands in. Kumalainen, the catcher, 1 for 4, getting his first looks here at McKeegan in the top of the ninth. First pitch. Chop foul over to the Owls dugout.
A lot of players trying to make plays out in the dugout.
Yeah, that was 36 there for the Owls, trying to scoop it up. Dean Ruzic, one of the seniors on this team. Pitcher. 0-1 is ripped into left, right in front of Hudson for a base hit. So 1 out single now makes it first and second. So McKeegan allows the first man he faces to reach. Here's the second baseman, Wilson, standing in.
Now with a runner on first and second, 1 out.
No hits on the ledger for him so far, but has drawn a walk. He's 0 for 3. And he goes first pitch swing and pops it up. Follett looking for it. He finds it. Infield fly is called. He makes the catch anyway for the second out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for McKeegan there, and now there's 2 away.
Just trying to get out of this sitting without causing any more damage.
Rogan Searle Belanger has been a thorn in the Owls' side this afternoon. He's 3 for 4. Also with an RBI. He's been a tough guy to put away.
He has been a tough guy to put away this entire season, batting, I think now 300. He's also really good when it comes to the base pads, 4 for 4 for stealing. Not too average slugging percentage, does have 16 RBIs. Not much of a power hitter, but pure contact. Does have a home run in the season, though.
Yeah, big cut there. He's looking for probably number 2 on the year with that swing. Really busted open, though, make it 9-0. Already 6-0, though. A good lead for Southern Maine in the 9th. The 1-1 is popped up, but out of play foul just near the Husky bullpen, a little beyond it. And the count runs to 1-2. So McKeegan looking to come in, get the last 2 outs here of the top of the 9th and keep this a scoreless 9th inning for Southern Maine. The 1-2. Bounced in the dirt. Another good stop by Conley. He's been good defensively behind the dish in game 1.
He's also been really good defensively all season. Surprised you don't see much of him, considering, you know, he's one of their better defensive guys. Obviously, he's been hitting well this season, so.
2-2, that's in the air to right center. Ehlers will make the catch on the run to end the inning, so nothing across there for the Huskies. The Owls will look to rally and then some, down 6-0 on the Owls Media Network.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Back here in the bottom of the 9th on the Owls Media Network, Keene State be a very tough task, looking to rally down 6-0 against Southern Maine. You hope at least they can maybe play a run or two, just have some kind of good offensive takeaway in this game. But they have been stymied by Bryce Afton, who's looking for a complete game shutout.
Try and, you know, not end this game with a bad taste in your mouth. Knowing that you guys battled back is huge to at least gain some kind of momentum for game 2 of today. Try and get at least 1, 2, 3 runs even. Who knows? They could get 7 and win this game right here.
It would be the senior day miracle if they could do that, as down 0-2 is Barnes quickly.
Well, they have the hitters to do so. Barnes, Chatfield, and Bion, of course, batting back-to-back here.
0-2 in the dirt.
But what would be huge right now is getting Hamilton Barnes on base. I've been saying this all day. He has yet to be able to find the base pads today. But getting him on base can easily result in a rally ensuing because of the speed he brings and the momentum he gives.
Just off the plate. The count runs even at 2-2 to Barnes. Barnes, Chatfield, and Bion. Beyond one of the seniors this afternoon as Barnes comes up empty, swinging for strike 3. 6th K of the day for Bryce Afton, and there's one away in the 9th for Chatfield.
Third baseman, number 23, Jonathan Chatfield.
Chatfield coming out with some great music out of the dugout.
It's always a headbanger from up here, especially with the speakers right near us. Just boom,
yeah.
Hear that drum. He's down 0-1. And he's down 0-2. He goes
big
hacking
swing
there.
Patience is key if you're the Owls here. Get some runners on. One swing isn't going to win this game, but getting on base might.
looks at ball one. They would have to do quite a bit.
They'd have to do a lot of work, but it isn't impossible. The Owls have had rallies where they score a lot of runs in a streak of time, but that takes confidence, and everybody on the team is just kind of lacking that kind of offensive confidence that you're used to seeing, that we saw halfway through the season.
Chatfield grounds one hard, just foul down the first base side. So it remains 2-2. Looked like it might have been able to stay fair, just not, as it got past the first baseman Pike there. So it still remains 2-2 on Chatfield.
Chatfield taking his time, going up to the plate, not shortening his stance, widening it even more, trying to get as much on the ball that he possibly could.
That remains foul as Pike scooped it up. I mean, it looked like, at least from this angle, it rolled over the first base bag. So it looked like it could have been fair, but that is still 2-2.
Chatfield staying alive here, working the count. Obviously, Afton up to over 100 pitches.
That one is just inside for ball 3, and the count is run full. Chatfield's gotten down once, 0-2 today, and battled all the way back for a walk. We'll see if he can do it again here.
They did have a reliever in the bullpen, but they've since sat him down. So,
yeah, and he goes swinging and missing for strike 3. So 2 away, and now the 7th strikeout of the day for Afton. He's one batter away from a complete game shutout in game 1 here against the Owls.
That's a huge thing for Maine's momentum. Obviously now they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But gaining momentum, we've been talking about it all day. I mean, momentum is the thing to have in baseball. And Southern Maine, now a complete game shutout looming is going to give this team a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum.
The 0-1 popped up and out of play foul, so the Owls down to their last strike here in game 1. A loss would put them at 3-11. 3-9, excuse me, in the conference. That one will miss high for ball 1. They'll put them at 3-9 in the conference. And 13-21 overall, and going after it is Beon. He comes up empty. That is a complete game shutout for Bryce Afton, and what an effort it was from him in this one. Southern Maine takes game 1 by a final of 6-0. The Owls dropped to 13-21, 3-9 in the conference, and have now lost 10 in a row.
Tough break there for Keene, but you can't at all give any kind of bad weather to Bryce Afton. He is the player of the game. He complete game shutout, unstoppable. Right there, just that 9th inning was incredible for the Southern Maine team. Obviously, that was just game 1 of this doubleheader, and we'll be right back. We'll be with you in less than an hour for game 2 of the doubleheader. Keene State versus Southern Maine on the Owls Media Network.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.